Hello, welcome back to the Red, White, and Blue Woodshop and the Red, White, and Blue Weight Loss. It's going to be kind of an all-in-one video today. As you noticed, I haven't really been posting videos lately. Been really busy with helping some friends with the flooding and all that, and then we've had some other issues over here. I've been tearing apart the wood shop, moving things around. Shop tour coming up again. It's going to be totally different than it was. So I've been so wrapped up in some other things that the grandkids are here, and it's summertime. It's hard to get out to the wood shop in the summertime. It's hard to make a big project, so it's mainly going to be smaller projects for a couple of weeks, maybe a month or so, until kids get back in school and other things. As you notice, you don't hear the air conditioner running. It's not been hot here. It's been raining constantly. We've had over 12 inches of rain here in the last 3 weeks. 2 weeks. 3 weeks. Almost 12.5 inches of rain where I live anyway. And it's flooding everywhere. Everywhere you go, there's water. Tired of the rain. You can go to California where they need it. We don't need any more rain. Go to California rains where it's needed. So, weight loss is doing great. Haven't weighed myself. Been outdoors working. Shouldn't even be sitting on my fat ass in here. I need to get up and stand up and do these videos. So from now on, I'll be standing and doing the videos and showing you my muscles. So that's about it. There really isn't a whole lot. I've been watching a whole lot going on. I've been watching some videos. Jay Bates has a new video about making the plywood. You know, I saw that. I like it, but man, it's big. It's basically 4x8, you know, 2x8, probably 2x8, and he's got a big workshop, but that wouldn't work at all in here for me. So I keep my plywood and stuff in another shed that's next door to this shed, this workshop. I can call it a shed, but it's a big shed that we turned into the wood shop, and we actually added on a 12x12 section to it. So it's 27 feet by 12 feet, 11.5 by 27 feet for now. We're going to be building a new wood shop here probably in the next year or so. It's going to be about the size of Jay Bates. It's going to be a 2-stall garage. That's what I want. That's what we're going to do. So, I want 220 so I could run some 3-phase stuff and some 220 stuff. So, I can get a bigger table saw, which I want. And I want a bigger jointer, and it's all going to run 220, so we have to build a bigger wood shop to even handle that kind of stuff with the concrete floor. This has got a wooden floor with 6-inch joists running across, and there's a piers down the middle of it. So it's good and strong, but I wouldn't put a 10-inch grizzly jointer in here and fall through and end up in the basement. I don't have a basement, but it would end up in the basement. So working on dust collection. Should have that done, wrapped up. It'll be all in the one video with the shop storage. So really not a whole lot of other stuff going on except for the flooding, and we got the 4th of July coming up. We always throw a big bash on the 4th, so big galactic kegger on the 4th. I don't know who's all going to be here. Hopefully family, friends, everybody will be here, but who knows, you know. We'll see. Trying to get family together is kind of hard to do, so we're working on it though. Hey, I tried that idea about using gum out to get glue off your clamps. Works. So I'm going to spend the day, probably tomorrow. I got 34 clamps that's got glue on them. So I'm going to spend the day tomorrow getting all the glue off those clamps. So it's Monday. This is Sunday. This is kind of, you know, as soon as I finish this, it'll be up on the web. So let's see. I haven't bought any tools. I haven't bought any wood. I did. Well, I'll take that back. We did get 2x4s because I'm building a bench across the back of the shed, the workshop. Building a bench across the back that's going to hold the sander, the big sander, and the band saw, and another smaller sander. Get them out of here. I want some open floor space because I got a big project I got to build for my daughter. I got to build a computer desk for my mother-in-law and some other things. So she likes a computer desk. I don't know. Nobody ever uses them anymore, but I'm going to build her one. And I got make some more of these sitting next to me. These sawhorses. People love them. I'm selling them for $50 a set, and it's like costing me, I don't know, $10 a set, so I'm making $40 off the deal. So, you know, hey, if you want to make some money, guys, watch Jay Bates's early stuff. He's making picnic tables and stuff. People just love that stuff. I almost said shit. Well, I mean, sorry. They love that stuff. So, you know, watch his videos. You want to make some money. He's got some good ideas. And he's got some great picnic tables and benches and things, so do that. I did see Steve Ramsey's thing. I don't know. I don't know if anybody liked it or not. It was alright. I know the guy's probably running out of ideas. You know, he's been on, what, 8 years, 9 years doing this, so I don't know. It's alright. I think I'd like to see Steve make a birdhouse. I don't think I've ever seen him make a cool looking birdhouse. That'd be cool to make. I'm thinking about making a dove cove. I don't know if everybody's ever heard of that. Norm Aburn made one. And there's doves, you eat them. I hear they're really good. So where I live, I cannot have chickens where I live, or I would. So, but we can have dove coves, and I'm thinking about building one of those. I was thinking about getting Norm Abrams' plans, but then again, I got looking online. There's all sorts of different ones, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I may design my own. I've designed stuff, but I've never used SketchUp. I've kind of played with it. Excuse me. Kind of played with it, but we're going to get there. A lot of guys using CNC machines. I don't think I'll ever own one. I don't think I ever need to own one. Because I don't make repetitive small parts, and that's what you'd use a CNC, or do a lot of writing and stuff on wood, a lot of carving. I don't do a lot of that, so I probably never would own one. So, what else? That's about it, really. Oh, new food. I did try new food. It is gluten-free pasta. I don't know how but you know, it wasn't bad. Because the doc says I have gluten issues, so we're trying. I'm getting away from all gluten, and you know what? It's kind of helped quite a bit so far. I'm doing a lot better since I have a lot more energy. As you can tell, I'm talking like an idiot, but I have a lot more energy, and so get the test. It's a little test they do to see if you've got gluten issues. I did it. I do. My wife does. So we're doing this gluten-free thing. It's kind of hard because you just can't pop down. You know, there's a lot of foods you can't eat. So I did have a gluten-free Pop-Tart. I highly no. No. It was bad. Oof. So we did the pasta. It was good, and I'm eating a lot more vegetables. You know, I feel like I'm eating my lawn. You know, walking out there, grabbing some grass and stick it in my mouth. I'm not really a big salad eater per se, but you know what? It's okay. Oh, the Udi's bread. My wife brought home one time. It's the last couple of days. It's called Udi's. It's gluten-free stuff. It's in the freezer. I don't know. I think I've tasted better sawdust than that shit. Stuff. I'm not supposed to cuss. Stuff. Boy, you know what? I had a piece and I put a little bit of peanut butter on it. By the time I got to the end of the piece, there was more peanut butter than whatever that stuff was, because it was nasty. So I don't eat bread anyway anymore much, so I just won't eat bread, period. I just don't. And that stuff's ugh. Yeah. So yeah, gluten free, and we're doing that, and it seems to be going okay. So I still get to eat my veggies. I still get to eat a lot of meat. Do not get to eat a lot of processed meat. Shouldn't eat them anyway, because I didn't know that, but there's gluten in processed meat. Hold it together. It's a binder. So just remember that when you're chowing down on a hot dog, There's gluten in that hot dog. It holds it all together. So just remember that. Oh, and then I got a lot of nasty remarks about my issues with Harbor Freight. I never said don't go to Harbor Freight. I just said there's certain products that I would buy. Air compressors. I wouldn't buy one of their air compressors. I've had three. 3 air compressors. Not one of them's lasted over a year. I have one now. The one I have now. It is an oiled air compressor. It's lasted 2 years. But it's already starting to make a hell of a lot of racket when it's filling up with air. It's like the cylinder in it is going bad or something. So I don't recommend those. Anything battery operated from Harbor Freight? No, I don't recommend those. People say, oh, they're great, they're great. I use my battery operated tools a lot. I tell you what, if you buy a good name brand tool, it will last you a long time. I've got, believe it or not, my Black & Decker drill. It's cordless. It's 14.4. I've had that now since they came out, and I think it's over 10 years old. Not an ounce of problems with it. I have bought different batteries for it, but I still use it. Now, I bought Porter cable stuff. It's okay. The Hitachi stuff, thumbs up. And the Bosch stuff, good stuff. So if you buy something name brand and get the, if you're going to buy battery stuff with the batteries, buy something like Ryobi's okay. I've got some Ryobi stuff. It's all right. Hitachi. If you're going to buy battery stuff, I recommend Hitachi or the Porter cable stuff. But I've had the Porter cable stuff and no problems with it. They just keep changing though. That's my big bitch about Porter cable. Every other year they come out with a new set of tools that have different batteries that won't work with the other batteries, or with the other tools. That's my big bitch with them. But if you're gonna buy name brand, if you're gonna buy battery stuff, the Harbor Freight stuff, the battery's done in 15 minutes. It is. That's just the nature of the beast. You're gonna get that really cheap stuff. But corded stuff, I've never had any issues with the corded stuff. I've got a half-inch hammer drill that works great, and I use it all the time. It's Harbor Freight. So, but there's the clamps I use all the time for Harbor Freight. They're perfect. They're great. I had a drill press that was a piece of crap. I don't recommend their drill presses. None of them. I've had friends who've had their drill presses and they can't keep the chucks in. They keep falling out. Even if we've shimmed them, we've done everything, they keep falling out. So we don't do that. The dust collector here is really good. I don't have one, but friends do, and they work great. So dust collector, I highly, highly recommend. The planer is good. Buddy's got a planer. Works great. Easy to change the knives. Great. The jointer, piece of shit. Don't buy it. You can't shim the blades perfectly. They gotta be perfect, or your project's screwed. And it's very hard to get them shimmed right. It takes forever. It took us 3 days to get them shimmed on my friend's jointer he bought. And then he turns around 30 minutes later, a half hour later, he runs a board through and hits a nail with it. So he's like, oh my God, I can't do this again. He sold it. And he bought a jet. And we have no issues with the jet whatsoever. Great jointer. $400 more. If you got the budget, if you have the means, I highly suggest you get something that's a little bit better. What other stuff do I recommend from Harbor Freight? A lot of the hand tools are fine. The hammers and all that kind of stuff are great. Oh, the lathe, the mini lathe, not the cheap mini, the $199 mini lathe. It's a great tool. Highly recommend it. I'm going to pick up the bigger lathe from Harbor Freight. I've got a buddy who's got one. He's had it for 6-7 years. Works perfect, no problems. So other than that, you just got to pick and choose and read the reviews and go online and look at all the stuff online before you buy Harbor Freight stuff. And Sears. I gotta say Sears too. Read the reviews and go online, because Sears, I'm not a big Sears guy, so read reviews on that, because I know Sears, what they do is they put their bids out for what they want, and the lowest bid is usually what they get. and their tools, some of the tools are garbage. So let's see. Oh, the big Harbor Freight bandsaw, I highly recommend, but the problem is it's the same price as the same size Porter cable or DeWalt, or Porter cable or Delta, and I'd get the Delta over that because of the motor. I don't know much about the Harbor Freight motors, but I know the Delta motors are, I know who makes them, and they're decent. And I've just had a Delta motor rewound or whatever it is, and it was really easy. The guys, it's cheap, so I think they only charged me $35 to rewind it and everything. It's working great now. It should last another couple of years, I hope. Well, I'm rambling, so y'all have a great day.